Palin, great to have you. I mean, look, I've described this as an orgy of victimhood. How do you feel and how are Americans reacting to the Harry and Meghan show?
Oh, bless her heart, Meghan. I think she has mistaken Netflix for her own personal diary. I will never understand airing dirty laundry about family. You know, the skid marks are the family. It's a shame. I think what Meghan needs to learn is that why tell people your problems in this type of format? Because 50% of the people you tell, they don't care. And the other 50%, they're glad you have the problems. So she's not going to get a real sympathy vote. And Dan, I'm not into the whole so-and-so's privileged, so-and-so's not privileged. But she is privileged. She's very much privileged. And here for she to disrespect the Queen and family, the family structure even, and then be awarded for that by the Biden administration with that recent award. It's a shame. Here, the Queen being such an ally of the United States of America, for shame.
I know. And the Queen spent her life trying to break down racism. And it just feels the easy route, doesn't it, Governor Palin? When everything goes wrong and the British public turn on you, what do? Blame racism. But, you know, we are not an institutionally racist country. You know, the governor here commissioned a really wide-ranging report which proved that. But it's just the easy thing to go for, isn't it? Blame racism.
Yeah. And Harry is participating in that. And that is a shame, too, to perpetuate that myth and that stereotype that maybe an entire culture and entire society is racist. That's not fair. And for those who are so woke, like Meghan, who is proud to be woke, for her to claim all this tolerance and all this acceptance of everybody, unless you don't accept everything that she is saying, then heaven forbid you're considered an obstructionist, I guess, or an enemy of her. So I can't imagine that it's going to go real well. I think in this day and age, we all want to see positivity, and we all want to see real productive, energetic things that can lift up and enlighten when you're tuning into, especially something like Netflix. Our expectation is for something much better and more positive. I feel bad for the royal family.
Yeah, I do too. And you're so right. It's often the woke folk who do this whole be kind thing. They're actually the nasty ones if they don't agree with you politically. And speaking of politics, Governor Palin, Meghan apparently has ambitions to go all the way for the Republican Party, for the Democratic Party, to the White House. Do you think she could have a political career in America? And do you think this is what it's all about?
I think Meghan can have a political career in the Democrat Party because she's fitting right in to that agenda that is very intolerant. And, I'd like to believe that common sense, constitutional conservatives in America, the vast majority of Americans, they're better than that. And they won't accept it. But I think she's going to be accepted right on into that Democrat Party. But, as we're seeing so much of this wokeness, as your previous segment even alluded to, or was directly addressing, Dan, about the condemnation of the funniest show that we can watch today, The Office.
The Office.
And here it's Mindy and her character, she was so funny on that show. You should have ended that segment after she went on and on and on about how politically incorrect and unacceptable The Office is. You should have said, that's what she said.
I love it. I love it.
You must watch the show.
Oh, I do. I absolutely love it, actually. But this is what makes me so sad. She got rich and famous off The American Office. She wants it cancelled. Meghan Markle went from a two-bit D-list actress off the back of the British royal family, and now she wants to cancel that. This is what the woke do. They are a destructive force.
Well, and it's kind of funny. It really is. I think that they're not aware that people do laugh at their efforts in this arena. And, that I think bodes not real well for their discernment, because we don't take them seriously. And again, I still can't get over that last segment that anybody would say that about The Office. I mean, we need that. We need those episodes.
Let me tell you, The Office was one of the only things that got me through 2 years of lockdown. I just watched it and laughed, and I loved how politically incorrect it was. Look, Governor Palin, can I just ask you quickly before you go about the US political situation? We're absolutely fascinated about the machinations within the Republican Party at the moment. How are you feeling about Trump versus DeSantis?
I support Trump because he's the only one who takes on fake news. He's the only one who isn't owned by anybody. And I'm not saying that Governor DeSantis is, but Trump has a proven record now of having the guts, the cojones to take on whomever needs to be taken on and really affect positive change. His policies were right for the United States of America, and I think he needs to complete what it is that he started. I believe he has the support to do so.
Well, that is a big endorsement, of course, because many folk, including me, say that without Sarah Palin, there would be no Donald Trump president of the United States of America. So, look, Governor Palin, we'll keep speaking to you, of course, over the next